Good morning. It is Wednesday, June 14th. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Up to the Minute. I'm Sharday Campbell, the Enrollment Communications and Social Media Manager here at HCC. Pleased to be joined by my co-host today, who is Dr. Natalie Garza, HCC History Professor. Good morning, Dr. Garza. Dr. Garza, excuse me, got my R's all mixed up.
Good morning, Sharday. We're live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page. That's Houston Community College, not HCC. We're also live on YouTube. And we are also on Twitter, LinkedIn, and on HCC TV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
All right. Thanks so much for that, Natalie. We have an awesome lineup today. Today for Small Business Wednesday, we have a high school entrepreneur whose company is saving the planet one bite at a time, excuse me. Welcome to the show, Tejas Kalpathi. Good morning.
Good morning. Great to be here.
So happy to have you. You and Natalie are going to have an awesome conversation in just a sec. But first, we're going to kick off with a fall registration event that is underway. We're happy to have this guest talk about an upcoming event with a special incentive, which is a scholarship raffle. Want to welcome back to the show Marissa Benitez, who is the Interim Advising Manager of Student Services at HCC Southeast. Good morning, Marissa.
Good morning, Sharday, and happy Wednesday. It's hump day. We're almost there.
Yes.
It's great to meet you, Sharday.
Great to meet you as well. Well, you have been on the show before, but you are here for a different reason today. But for those who may not have seen you, want to kick off and let people know about yourself and your time at HCC.
Of course, definitely. So my name is Marissa Benitez, Interim Advising Manager at HCC Southeast. I actually started back in October 2021, and I moved to Houston at the same time as an admissions advisor. And I was honored to be selected as an interim advising manager position back last year, July of 2022. So I'm almost coming up on my 1-year mark, but you know what? I'm loving every second. I definitely have a lot of support. Our president, Dr. Villagrán Glover, my two Dean Perez and Alejandra Campos Guerrero. They're amazing, really showing me on really how to excel in a management position like a manager by going to professional development, conferences, and networking. So that's my current position now. My prior experience in higher education was back home at South Texas College, where I was under the Division of Academic Affairs. And I did a lot of the data part, all Excel spreadsheets, all the good numbers, black and white. You know, I was in the accreditation and learning outcomes. So I'm really glad to have shifted into this new role in student services. It's very colorful, very bright, vibrant. Talking so much, and I love talking to students, so that's really great. So yeah, it's a little bit about me.
Well, it sounds like you got a good mix of all the things that could lead our academic advising team well over there. And it's always awesome to have the support of your leadership. So thanks so much for sharing. Well, you all are doing something that a lot of our locations are doing, but you all have one coming up, a couple coming up soon. Can you tell us a little bit about the registration fairs that you have planned in June and August and what students can expect or potential students can expect when attending?
Yes, of course. So like you mentioned, Sharday, so almost every campus is going to host registration fairs of that notion. However, ours is very special, not because I'm saying it, but because it's the best. So the registration fair offers graduating high school students, transfer students, and returning students definitely the chance to reapply or apply as a new student, get things checked off on their checklist for enrollment, whether it be meningitis, it be any sort of mandatory trainings they need to do, submit their TSI testing. And that's basically what we're going to have available for these students. TSI will be here on the second floor. We'll have financial aid and cashiers just around the corner from where we have our admissions and advising center. And of course, enrollment's going to be there. And my department, academic advising, of course, definitely to support any services that these students need and any resources available. So one really cool thing is that we're going to have the meningitis vaccinations on site as well. So I'll give the students to definitely do the full one-stop shop feel that we already have the day-to-day. However, we really want to let's have more food, let's have music, let's do a whole show for the students, because definitely we want to let them know that, hey, we're back on campuses and we're ready to work and we're ready to accept them back into our campuses.
Awesome. And I may have missed it, but let's talk about time, date, location.
Sure. So June 16th and June 23rd is really going to be our ones in June. And then in August will be our Saturday, August 12th, which is one of our mandatory peak Saturdays that we normally work, but we will highlight them as a registration fair. And it will be from 9 to 3. They have the opportunity to really go through every section of our campus, as well as go and get a campus tour. I mean, our campus is fairly small. However, we definitely want to be able to bring everybody together and get that school feeling. So
awesome. Yeah, let's take it from a scenario of like maybe a parent is listening, maybe a potential student is listening, and they're like, oh, I don't know if I should come to the event. I don't know. I may have applied, but I don't know if I should go to the event. What would you say they would walk away with? What do they stand to gain by coming to one of these events?
So one of the things we definitely want to highlight, and we've been transitioning into, is our initiative with Family U. Definitely incorporating the parents into these scenarios, because ultimately a lot of students who are first generation students, first time in college students, that's where there's a little miscommunication sometimes. So a lot of the times we really want to be able to provide information about the full circle of the student's life cycle, right? To be able to do the expectations, what is expected for orientation, and what are the next steps? What's going to be on campus for student life? Yes, there's going to be free food and hot dogs and nachos all the time, but there's a space for students to definitely hang out, mingle with students, be able to participate in the different services we offer at Student Life. We have a gym, we have a meditation room that, yes, I do take advantage of. We all need that 15 minutes to step away. But being able to highlight our services is definitely one of the things, because every campus is special, and Southeast definitely really, I hold it dear in my heart because that's my first campus at HCC. However, we have so much to offer these students that we just want to be able to provide that information to them and be able to let the parents know that, hey, we got this, like we have it from here. And for the students, it's, hey, we love you guys. Come, let us show you what we have. We'll show you the path. We'll get you to graduation, because ultimately that's the goal, to see the students graduate and walk down that aisle. So
I love that. You took it through look, you said, listen, start here. And I'm already thinking about your completion. Like you come to this event and I'm already envisioning you walking across the stage. We love to hear that.
Yeah, definitely.
And so, you've mentioned a little bit, and I think it's important for people to recognize it's like, okay, you're coming and we're here to help you take that next step is what I'm hearing for you. But in addition, come experience the college, right? Like we're moving. It's not just transactional. You're not just coming to register, but let's take a look at what you will experience when you become an Eagle. I love that.
Yeah, so definitely. And one of the things that we also will offer is our Summer Bridge program, which is offered by the admissions advising team. And that just basically gives them the bridge and a smooth transition into the college life. So that's one of the things we will be highlighting. And also we have a lot of great initiatives that we've established here at Southeast, which is one of them is the Bridge Puente program, Honors College, our Minority Male Initiative, Men of Honor. They did take last semester their students to a Nationals game. So I'm like, hey, you want to go to Nationals game? That's a little throw in right there. We have the Society of Eagle Mentors, our Swoop Leadership Academy, and we have a National Society of Leadership and Success, NSLS programs as well.
Awesome. But I think the thing that really gets those feet in the door is the opportunity to not only learn about financial aid, but as an attendee, qualify to be entered for a chance to win a scholarship.
Yeah, so it's literally 3 easy steps. In conversation, when we're trying to figure out how can we better financially help students. We have scholarships. Yes, we have financial aid, TASFA, FAFSA, whatever it be, Marvy Finger Foundation. However, by showing up to the registration fair, scanning the QR code, and signing up for fall classes full-time and any academic program, you'll be put into a raffle for a $500 scholarship. Not one $500 scholarship, but 2 scholarships. So students, family, bring your student. If you have to throw them in the car, let's go, because this is a chance, extra money, free money. But it's a chance it's an incentive. Hey, we want you to come to school, come full-time, and we have your back.
Yes, absolutely. In June, I always tell students, listen, avoid the lines, come earlier, get to these June events that we have, and come figure out how to take that next step so you can be ready come August, right? So for how can students find out about this event and remind us of the dates? And that'll wrap us out today.
Yeah, so basically, we've been using various marketing strategies. We have been posting our Instagram and our Facebook. We have been posting flyers around and around the area, supermarkets around the area as well, with a QR code. I think that's really big. As of yesterday, we had 130 students already signed up for this event. So we're expecting a really big crowd and an awesome crowd. And this is just the beginning. And like how you mentioned, come early if you can. We all see how peak Saturdays are, as August starts, peaks every day is going to be crazy. However, we want to be able to we want to be able to timely get to our students and provide all the information and answer all their questions. So if you can come in these June events, come in August, we won't say no, but be mindful if you do come in August, there may be a little wait, which it will be the same across all campuses and on Zoom as well. But yeah, so find our flyer. They'll be on QR code. Look us up on Facebook, and you got this.
Awesome. All right. We're looking for your face in a place. If you are watching this right now, come learn how to be an HCC Eagle at our HCC Southeast campuses registration events. Thank you so much for joining us, Marissa. If you're just turning in, we've been talking to Marissa Benitez, Interim Advising Manager of Student in Student Services at HCC Southeast. We'll have details posted after the show about the event she was sharing. Thank you so much for joining us, Marissa.
Thank you, Sade. You have a great day. Bye.
Bye. All right. I'm going to hand it over to you, Natalie.
Hi, moving on to Tejas Kalpathi, VP of Finance for Panoply Company and HCC PitchFest winner. Welcome, Tejas. Before we get into the company's product and how you became involved with HCC's PitchFest, tell us how you, as a high school student, came to form a company at all.
So I was able to form a company through something called the Junior Achievement Company Program. This allowed me to get a lot of connections to HCC and other people in the Houston area. So that's how we were originally Cable Hero District, and that's how we ultimately got started.
And can you tell us how you arrived at the company's name?
So because we created a utensil kit that was fully biodegradable and detachable, it had chopsticks, fork, a knife, and a spoon. So Panoply means a collection of things. So we thought that it was the perfect name because our utensil kit, which I have here, had so many uses, and it was really applicable to our product overall goal.
And can you tell us about the product? So you have the kit in front of you, and this is EcoWare, is that correct?
Yes. So it comes with a fork, a spoon, a knife, which I have here, and then one pair of chopsticks actually. So it comes with one half and then another half in the box. So you can pretty much, I have a knife here, but you pretty much just put it together whenever you want to eat food. So this is a perfect substitute for plastic utensils because this material, it lasts for 2 to 3 years, and then it fully biodegrades whenever you throw it away. So that's something we really wanted to focus on, was something that was practical for people to use in their everyday lives, but something that also helped the environment. And I'm also sitting out here today and outside just because that matched our company's profile as well.
And the EcoWare, is it biodegradable, just kind of thinking along the environment standards?
Yeah. So this case, it's fully biodegradable, and the utensils inside as well are fully biodegradable. It's made of a material called wheat straw, which is the byproduct of wheat production. So so it's actually a hard material. So instead of throwing it away, they turn it into something called lignin that can be molded and branded to be made into a utensil kit like this, which can fully biodegrade at the end of its life cycle.
Okay. And tell us about the funding about this. Can you tell us a little bit about PitchFest? First of all, how did you effectively present and promote EcoWare to the judges?
Yeah, sure. So I would say that PitchFest at HCC was a really great opportunity. I remember our first judge who was walking around and judging our booths. He was so supportive. He talked about, how he was using different ways to save the environment in his home. And he saw that our product really helped him out as well. So he was super supportive. And we also got a lot of support from the judges as well when we presented. We gave presentation on the stage, which was really cool. So overall, it was a great experience. It was one of my first pitch competitions for the year, and it allowed us to get funding to ultimately get our startup and create our product.
And can you tell us about the funding for the product, the initial funding from PitchFest, and what you've been able to earn?
Yeah, sure. So we got $750 from PitchFest to ultimately fund our product. So $650 that was used to buy 1,000 cases of these. And over the year, we've been able to participate in additional pitch competitions and sales competitions as well. And at the end of the year, where we stand now, we're at about $11,000 in revenue. So the initial $750 really helped us out because it allowed us to get our product in and really ship it out to our different people and pitch more. And that's really one of the reasons why I'm here today, because we're super appreciative of what HCC did for us to start out.
That's great. That's great to hear about how, this prize money for PitchFest helped you to evolve it so much. How does your group promote eco-wear, including raising awareness for the environment through your sustainable product?
Yeah, sure. So we have an Instagram that posts tips for how to compost and facts about eco-wear. So we use Instagram and the popular social medias just our target demographic, which was mainly millennials and Gen Z who cared more about the environment. Now, that's not to say that older people can't care about the environment as well, but we really wanted to harden our target audience. And we also went to places like farmers markets as well, where we saw an older demographic, but they were also super supportive of what we were able to do.
And do you have other sales strategies beyond that you're using to get product information out there or to raise more money?
Yes. So through the Junior Achievement and Company Program, we were able to sell at the Memorial City Mall in Houston twice. So that was a really great experience. The experience of walking up to people like a salesman and trying to get them to buy something is really scary when you start out. But overall, you just get used to it, and you have to just stop caring about what other people think and just, because we're trying to do this for a good cause. And we think that it was really beneficial, especially in high school, to get sales experience with real people in the real world.
Yeah. What was the response that you got at some of these events?
Yeah, usually they're really supportive of what we were able to do, because this case is actually pretty light and it's really affordable for most people. And we got some people who would come back to us like after a month, they're like comment on our social media, it's like talking about how they would always use it for sushi and like getting takeout all the time. They would just keep it in their car, and whenever they forgot to get utensils or something, or they realized that they didn't want to waste plastic utensils, they could just pick this up and use it. And overall, people were really supportive as well, because we were in high school and we decided to form this. So I think it was a really good experience, and I'm happy for what the future of the company holds.
Yeah, it sounds like you're getting really great experience and for the future of what you want to build and potentially, other projects that you want to work on. Thinking about, your experience from PitchFest and growing from that, have you participated in other events such as hackathons? HCC has Fab Labs and there's a SparkFest Challenge. So are there any other programs that you've participated in?
Yep. So the HCC Fab Lab was actually really helpful for us. We got to meet Roland from the Stafford Center HCC Fab Lab. With that, we were able to make custom engravings on this case. So we were able to learn how to use like a laser printer and actually print initials of people's initials for custom orders on this, and different shapes as well. So meeting Roland from HCC was a great experience. And at HCC, all we had was a prototype at that point. But from there, we were able to transition to other competitions that really helped us out. And previous to that, we also participated in an online hackathon. And then after that, after we got the funding from HCC, we were able to go to UH's pitch competition and
there's a little audio problem right there at the end, but that's okay. So I wanting to know if you are using this in restaurants. Are you selling to restaurants at all yet, or is that something down the line?
Yeah, so we were lucky enough to have one of our employee managers. One of our company members. They worked at an ice cream shop called Red Circle in Sugarland. So we were able to partner with them. And then we also reached out to different restaurants like Banoosh Burger and Sugarland as well. So it's not so much as we're selling to them right now. It's more of like a business affiliate, but we're trying to expand in that way because this is something that could definitely replace plastic utensils for the long run.
Yeah, what you're doing is great. I love the idea of personalizing the kit for people also. That sounds really fun. Thank you, Tejas Kalpathi, VP of Finance for Panoply Company and HCC PitchFest winner. We'll have your info in our post after the show.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a great experience.
Sharday, back to you.
Yes, or back to us for news and announcements. But let me just say, to have that much clarity in high school about what you want to do to help solve problems and just have the gusto, the willingness, the focus to create a solution. I think that's just incredible. Expecting great things from him and his team.
I agree, yes.
Well, let's kick things off. There are a host of Juneteenth events happening this week. I believe we had one of those who are hosting it on the show yesterday. And the event we're highlighting right now, Use Your Power, which is the Juneteenth panel at our HCC Northwest College. Don't miss this powerful panel. It'll include HCC heavyweights at Northwest Katy campus for its Juneteenth Freedom Day celebration. The event called Use Your Power, Take Action includes lunch. It'll be happening tomorrow, Thursday, June 15th from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at our Katy campus. Be sure to check the email address posted after the show to get more details.
And we have a fall registration fair, just like Marisa Benitez talked about, this $500 scholarship opportunity available. This is for prospective and current students, and they can get all the info needed about enrollment for the fall at this comprehensive event. And like I said, register for a $500 scholarship raffle. This is from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday, June 16th and Saturday, June 23rd at the HCC Southeast Eastside campus. Check our post after the show for registration info.
All right, we have a workshop opportunity coming up that'll help you build your credit profile. It's called Leveraging Business Credit to Grow Your Company. The comprehensive workshop teaches how to establish a credit profile more. It's intended for new and existing business owners. It'll be happening Wednesday, June 21st, virtually on Zoom from noon to 1 p.m. Be sure to check the details after the show for registration information.
And we have IT summer STEM camps continuing at the HCC campuses. HCC's digital and IT summer camps are for middle and high school students, and we'll hold another session to explore either Apple Swift coding, cybersecurity, drone building and flying, or VR. These are week-long camps, and they also include lunch. The second session of the camp is beginning June 25th to the 30th. It is going over cybersecurity and Apple Swift coding at HCC Eastside. See the details in the post after the show for registration info.
Thank you for that. We also have an exhibition. It's called Instagram One College Exhibition. It's And Instagram is serving as a gallery of walls of an exhibition that features studio classes from all colleges in the HCC system for our visual and performing arts program. The viewing link is now available from now through August 14th, completely free to view. So check out the details after the show about how to visit the Instagram profile of our visual performing arts program, which is at HCC_visual_arts.
And we have virtual info sessions calling all future Eagles. HCC has virtual information sessions twice a month to help you get registered for summer and fall classes. HCC admissions advisors will help students apply, secure eligible financial aid, decide on education and career pathways, and connect with student support services. Again, check our post after the show for details.
All right. And as you may have been able to tell from all of our registration events, fall registration is definitely underway, and there's still opportunities to enroll in some late start summer classes. All classes are offered in person. Classes are offered, I wouldn't say all classes, but classes are offered in person and online, so you can learn the way that works best for you. To learn more about HCC programs, start dates, and options to cover costs, please visit hccs.edu/apply. Coming up, we'll begin congratulating HCC's League of Innovation Excellence Award recipients for their immersive educational spaces. Tomorrow, we'll speak with Shasta Burvich from the Interior Design Program. And for Thursday Family Fun Day, we'll visit the Health Museum. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time on Up to the Minute.